Welcome back for round number 4 with 8 tree with Smuffy, and we want a dice roll again. This hand is... it's okay. It's got one more land than we'd like, but besides that it's fine. Like if we draw a land and Manamorphose into a land, then it's terrible. But if we draw any sort of action, this hand is great. We're just gonna Stomping Ground straight away because we want to keep revolt triggers as frequently as possible. And fetch lands are revolt triggers. So we're just going to yield until end turn, see what they've got. Fatal Push, great. This is my least favourite deck to play against. Any deck with Fatal Push. Esper, okay. Oh, that was a fantastic draw. I got Sacred Foundry and Shock. Let's go. So I'm going to choose to Manamorphose first because if we draw a hidden herbalist, we can go herbalist into Burning Tree, and we can't go Burning Tree, Manamorphose, draw herbalist, and then we just miss it out. We could keep this, but experiment one. No, we're just going to go Burning Tree. If they want to use Fatal Push, they're going to have to fetch Shock. So unless they have a Spell Pierce, this is great. And we've got the 2 mana, so they can't Spell Pierce this, so this is just... that couldn't have gone any better for us, really, other than drawing more Burning Trees. I expect they're going to fetch Shock here, because... until end of turn. Because they're going to take 3 no matter what, so they might as well fetch Shock to take 3 from that to kill something other than... yeah. So they're going to choose to fetch first before the Goblin Guide trigger. And they're going to reveal Esper Charm. Okay. Last time I played against Esper was at GP Barcelona, I think. Playing Burn, and can't remember who I played against, but I got absolutely crushed by some Hall of Famer. But yeah, they just destroyed me with Esper. I was like, I didn't even know who they were at the time. Let's go experiment 1 into Surge Bushwhacker. And depending on what interaction they have, it's looking pretty good. The fact they had no counterspell is very fortunate for us. They're gonna need like 2. They're gonna need to go like Path and Fatal Push for this to work out. Yeah, straight away. They just didn't have enough interaction. We could bring in Bolt if we wanted to. I don't think we want to. Trying to think what they could be playing. So we know that Esper Charm, Fatal Push. Then they just have a bunch of counter spells, I expect. So there's nothing we really want here. We could take out Become Immense for a Bolt. I don't hate that. Yeah, that might be correct to take Become Immense out for a Bolt. Feels pretty weak though. They're not playing Bolt themselves, so it's not like we can pump in response to a damage spell. So I think we're better off with Bolt here. You could bring in Path to Exile if they like. If it gets late game and they like beat up a Colonnade, then we can just Path it, because we don't really have a way to deal with Colonnade. But I think we just have to play early game and hope it doesn't get to that point. Get rid of that. One card I really want to be playing is Wilt Leaf. It's like Lockstone Smite, where if your opponent makes you discard, it comes into play, and it pumps all your green and white creatures. And I think that our worst matchup is like Jund and Junk and Abzan, all those green black decks with discard. We've got 2 turns to draw a land. The reward's not really there. But we have Goblin Guide. If we go turn 1 Goblin Guide, turn 2, even if we miss a land drop, we still have Goblin Guide. Turn 3, maybe draw a land, Manamorphose Battalion. We'll keep this, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think our worst matchup is like discard decks, and I think if we brought in the World Leaf, we're never going to cast it, but we can like if they go Liliana and make us discard, we can just pitch it and then gain a huge amount of tempo. So something I've been considering. They got the Fatal Push this time for turn 1 if they want. Gideon, okay. Yeah, they've got the Fatal Push. It's pretty bad for us. And that is not what we wanted to get off the top. Yeah, this thinking about this probably should have been a mulligan. We get the scry and everything. Another Fatal Push? Oh, gross. Oh, they don't want to draw the Fatal Push. Okay. So we know they have a Gideon currently. I'm surprised they didn't want the Fatal Push. That was a very bad draw. Luckily if we draw another land, we could draw a bunch of gas. Delta, okay. So we know they have a Delta and a Gideon currently. I feel like they're going to Esper Charm us soon. Yep. Okay, now we're just going to play Curd Ape and pass. We have to play a lot of catch up this game because we're just so far behind at this point. Next time they can Gideon if they have another land and... ah dear. Yeah, this hand should have been a mulligan. But that's fine, like this is like one of the first times I've ever played this deck, so like at least with everything put together. So that's fine, it's just testing anyway. I think if I was in like a competitive event I probably would have mulliganed it, but I'd rather test it out on leagues, bad hands like that or questionable hands and see how it goes. They're just gonna Gideon? Destroy the Curd Ape or something? Or are they just gonna plus? Ah, they're just killing it, okay. That's bold. Land? No. Alright, I guess we just pass. I think this is just where they win. Let's just yield. Yep. It's gonna kill us in 3 shots. There we go, there's the stomping ground. I think we're just too far behind at this point. Red, green, Metamorphose. If they just counter this, we probably just lose. They're not going to. Red, green. I don't know what we could draw at this point for this to be good, but we could sandbag these for the Teleris Battalion, but I think we just want to play them out and play. Yeah, we'll play the Battalion now. See what our friend just lets it resolve. Think twice. Yep. Flash it back. Yep. Our friend's got 6 cards in hand. We don't know about any of them now. They've played the Hallowed Fountain, haven't they? Yeah. Delta they've fetched. And Gideon's in play. So we don't know what anything in the hand is. I expect to have like at least 2 counter spells, because we haven't seen any yet. And they let this, like, they can just let this resolve. It's not concerning for them. Yep. Obviously we can't afford to block. What else could they have? Lingering Souls, yep. And another Lingering Souls. Sure. So what can we do here? Burning. We can go Experiment 1, Burning Tree, Surge, Bushwhacker. Doesn't. Yeah, that's just game. Well, we're not actually dead. Yeah, we are. Yeah. All right. Back on the play. I don't think we want anything different. What did we do? Brought in 2 bolt. Oh, we brought in 1 bolt over the comments. Now we know they have Lingering Souls and they're going to be tapping out a lot more than I anticipated. I want the comments. Because if they go like do a turn to like play Gideon or something, and we can just go next turn untap comments, that's very good. This hand is a mulligan. Huh. Another hand like this. So we can go turn 1 Wild Knockout, turn 2 if we draw a land. We do get the Scry, but if we see a land on top, I think we just don't play a turn 1 play. I really want to mulligan this, but I don't know if we can. I'm gonna mulligan and see what happens. Alright, this could go very well. We'll keep this. Don't even know if we want that. I don't think so. It's just a 0 mana 2/2 at that point. And we'll just pass. We'll get a Stomping Ground. Yeah. And I did not mean to click yes, but that's not going to matter. And we draw another herbalist. So as long as they don't have Spell Snare, we'll be fine. We'll get the White Source. Doesn't really make much difference. And this should resolve. Yeah. The only thing they can have is Spell Snare. Play the 3rd one. Yep, so this one result. Yeah, if we had like a Manamorphose, this would have been insane. Obviously we don't, so we're just gonna play 3 2/2s and pass. However, this does mean that if we draw anything that can enable this Bushwhacker, like if we draw like a Burning Tree or a Manamorphose, we just have a very, very aggressive board. Wild Nakato, sure. We're attack here. We could save the Nakato in case we draw a land and then we can go Nakato Bushwhacker, but I think we're better off just playing to the board. Okay, so we can now attack with all of these. I'm gonna just Snapcaster block one, that's fine. So we have for 4. And then we still develop the board with the Nakato, and we'll just pass. And still the best thing we could draw is a Burning Tree for the Bushwhacker, or a Manamorphose would be okay. Our opponent's just going to pass. Sweet. And we draw a Superior, which does nothing. Which is attack. See what happens. As they use Snappy to block that, I doubt they have too much interaction. Okay, they do. Well, that's fine. Down to 11, and we'll pass. I'm just going to think twice. Sure. It's really bad for us that we had 2 dead cards in hand. Like if, for example, if this was Tarmogoyf, sorry, excuse me. If this was Tarmogoyf, then what would have just played like an extra 1, 2, 3 power to the board. That's gonna be okay. So it wouldn't have been that great anyway. Bushwhacker now would be incredibly good. Experiment 1. Sure. Another card you can play in this deck is Vexing Devil. Vexing Devil is a 1-mana 4/3. When it comes into play, your opponent can pay 4 life and you have to sacrifice it. Which evolves. It still evolves Experiment 1, which is why it's quite nice. Guess we just attack. Tempted to Tarkus Command here and just deal 4 damage. No, I think we just pass priority. Well, if they got path it, that's actually not bad for us. Because now if we draw something, we could Bushwhacker into. So we could play a 1-drop into a Surge Bushwhacker. So that could have been a lot worse for us. And they're down to 2 cards. They're going to end of turn, think twice. Yeah. We could resolve the Tarkus Command now, which I don't hate. But I'd rather do it at the end of their turn, so that if they want to counter it, then we can untap, potentially go something into Bushwhacker. It's going to do nothing. Yeah, so we could go end of turn, deal 3 damage, whatever, hope they counter it, then we could untap, try and Bushwhacker them, but I think they'll probably just let the Tarkus Command resolve. Arid Mesa. So we can go Tarkus Command, then Surge the Bushwhacker, but at that point we might as well just hardcast the Bushwhacker and Tarkus Command next turn. I think we're just going to pass. It's not looking good for us though. And then it's going to pass back. Sure. We're not going to end a turn fetch because we want revolt triggers. We'll just Manamorphose first. See what we get. We want red green. We try a 4th land. Sorry, 5th land. Oh, that's really bad for us. Yeah, we're just gonna pass. I'd rather just keep these in our hand and wait and do something in 1 turn instead of playing a random crappy card. Like playing a 3-mana 2/1 with haste is not going to do anything, and if they counter it, then it sucks. And then if we then next turn Tarkus Command or do something like, if you just do 1 crappy spell after another, it doesn't do much. It's better to do them all in 1 turn, and at least 1 might resolve. Play Gideon. Oh, they're going to attack with Colonnade. Yep. So we're under a little bit of pressure now. Hopefully we can draw into something good. And okay. Oh, we just get the worst possible draw on the deck. Alright, Modo. I see how it's going to be. I really don't know what to do here. I guess we just pass. Like, if we play this, it doesn't even achieve anything. I'd rather keep it and draw a Burning Tree. I think the only way we're going to win is if they don't have any counter spells, or if they just have 1. And then we go like Burning Tree, Bushwhacker, Surged, Tarkus Command. I think that's like pretty much our only way we're ever going to win. So yeah. They do now have Cryptic mana up, but it's like whatever. If they have Cryptic, we're not winning anyway, I don't think. If they have pretty much anything, we're not winning at this point. I'm going to choose not to fetch because we, like, even drawing the Revolt Hidden Herbalist is good enough. Goblin Guide, Surge. Yeah, we'll try that. I don't expect this to go well, but I don't see how else we're going to win, so... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We do have we possibly have lethal. I don't think it's going to work, but we have no other choice. Sphinx's Rev off the top. What do they have? That's not good for us. Okay. So if they don't choose to attack with the Colonnade, instead they want to Rev, we can fetch for the third Stomping Ground. Whoops. And Skullcrack it, but it does mean that we are then dead to one Colonnade hit because it's a 4/4. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they try and get the Sphinx's Rev off. Oh god. 1, 2. How much does it cost to activate? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just have to let that. No, that's just game. Like, we can attack as command. We go to 3 because we have to get Stomping Ground because we have no other lands in the deck. And then they kill us with the Colonnade. We can let this resolve, and then they go up to what, 14, and there's just no way we're winning either way. So that's just game. That last one was pretty big a letdown, unfortunately. But what are we now? 3-1. So hopefully we can get this deck to 4-1. See you guys in round 5. Peace.